In this video, I will show you how to control user accounts. So first, open the admin system, enter in your user details and log in. In the Customers tab, here is where we'll look at different options available for controlling customers. First, adding customers. So if we click the Add tab, the new customer record appears. This is where we will create individual customer records. This method of adding customers is covered in a separate video entitled How to Add a User to the Safeguard Admin System. If you have many customers to add, then you can use the Import option. Click the Import tab. Here you can import customers from a previously prepared .csv file. Again, this feature is also covered in a separate video called Importing Customers. We will now look at the area where most customer account changes are made. Select the Manage tab. Here you will see listed all your current customers. First, we will look at making changes to a single customer account. Locate the customer account you want to change, either by scrolling down through the list and selecting the customer record by using the tick box next to the name, or by using the filter feature up above. In this case, Dave. Type in the name. When the name appears, click on his name, and the user record should appear below. In the header of the user's record, there should be 4 buttons: Suspend, Delete, Resend License Email, and Details. To suspend a user's account, all we have to do is click on the Suspend button. When the message appears, say Yes, and the account is suspended. The record changes to orange, and it also says Suspended in the middle of the record. To activate it, totally the opposite. Click on the button again, confirm, and the record is reactivated. Okay, and it says Enabled partway down. To delete the customer's account, all we have to do is click on the red cross. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes, and it will be deleted. I'm not going to in this case. I'm going to say Cancel. If you want to send the license email out, all you have to do is click on the Resend License Email button, and that's it. It will be gone. To make additional changes to the customer's account, we need to click on the Details tab. Here we have several sections where we can make changes. First, the Account Information section. You may need to set the user's account to expire on a set date. Perhaps they have finished a project or are shortly leaving the company. To do this, we need to remove Never Expires tick, valid until, using the calendar drop-down, set the date that you wish the account to expire. So we've gone for the 30th of June this year. Okay. Please note all date formats are month, day, year format. That's important. So when you're happy with that, scroll down, click Save. Are you sure you want to save changes? Yes. Okay. So his account has been changed from Never Expires to expiring on the 30th of June this year. Next, we have the license information area. Here you can change the number of licenses you allocate to the user. The number of licenses relate to the number of devices users are allowed to view your products on, so it may need increasing if the user gets a replacement or additional device. You can also save copies of their licenses to a file or save it in email format. Again, here you can click the checkbox and resend the user's license email, should you wish to do so. Please note, you do not need to resend the license email just because you have increased the license count. Also in this area, you have the option to suspend or activate current devices that the user has registered. So this one's currently enabled. You can actually select it, tell it to suspend, and click OK, and the device will become suspended. Okay, simple as that. Next, we have the Restrict Location area. Here you can apply IP address and country restrictions to individual user accounts. This feature is also covered in more detail in a separate video called how to lock a PDF to IPs and countries. Then we have the Web Viewer area. Here you can enable or disable Web Viewer access for the user. And if you enable it, you can then send the user login and password information directly to them by email. This feature is also covered in a separate video called How to Assign Web Viewer Access to a User. Next, we have the Managed Access area. All 4 titles here are covered by separate videos. So Set Publication Access is covered by How to Add and Manage Publications. Set Document Access is covered by How to Assign User Access to a protected PDF file. Change Number of Views is covered by How to Add PDF Views. And Change Number of Prints is covered by How to Add PDF Prints. Finally, we have the Event Log area. The event log shows a history of the customer account since its creation. So down the bottom, the account was created on this date with 1 license, and these are the events that have taken place up to today's date. These events can cover things like access changes, license changes, access control changes, and license registrations, to name just a few. They are all listed in date order. There is also an option to show status of last email. However, this feature is only available if you are using the Safeguard system to send emails and not your own SMTP server. Once you have finished making changes to anything in this area, make sure you save them before leaving the area. Now we'll scroll back up to the top. We will now move back a level to where we're back to showing all the user accounts. We can also make selected changes to multiple accounts at the same time. To do this, select the users you wish to make changes to by ticking the boxes on the user record next to their names. We'll click 3 in this case. Okay. Then scroll back up. Using the drop-down arrow in the With All Checked area, decide what you want to do with those accounts. In this case, we'll just suspend them. Okay. Once you've chosen your option, all you have to do is click OK. Message appears. You will suspend these 3 accounts. Suspend or cancel. In this case, I'm going to cancel because I don't actually want to suspend them. So we've now covered how you can make changes to individual accounts and to multiple accounts at the same time. So now let's have a look at the export area. Here you have the option of exporting records in certain formats. We click the drop down, choose the format you require from the list. Okay, in this case we'll leave it selected to all. You can export them to a CSV file or to a zip CSV file, depending on how many records you've got and what size the file will be. We'll leave that on CSV. Click export. The file gets exported with all the details in. If you click on the file, there's your CSV file containing details of all your customer records. Simple as that. And finally, making batch changes to all your customer accounts. So here we'll click the Batch tab. The Batch Change facility is provided to enable you to perform specific actions on all your customer accounts and USB devices in one go. It provides a quick way of mass updating customer accounts, i.e. giving all your customers access to new publications or documents that you have published without you having to manually select individual accounts to perform specific actions. Select the drop-down relating to the action you wish to carry out. You see there's various options here. As you select them, some will require additional information that you need to select. Okay. All we're going to do is add a license. So add customer licenses, add 1 license, extra license to all customers. Click OK. You're about to perform an action that has system-wide consequences. Are you sure? Yes. It confirms 1 license has been added to all customers. Please use extreme caution when using this feature, as it applies to all customer accounts, and once saved, the changes are not reversible. It may be advisable to carry out a full system backup before making such changes. That's all there is to making changes to customer accounts. So when you're finished, scroll back to the top, log out the admin system, and close the browser.